The bloodline is currently divided between Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns on WWE SmackDown. Meanwhile, wrestling veteran Magnum TA recently suggested a family member could turn on all the others in an unexpected swerve. After taking over the stable in Reigns' absence, Solo Sikoa added Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, and Jacob Fatu to the faction. The Samoan Werewolf was later appointed Sikoa's personal enforcer. Speaking on the Straight Talk with the Boss podcast, Magnum TA suggested Fatu could play another role in the ongoing family drama. The former NWA United States heavyweight champion proposed that the Samoan Werewolf turn on all his family members and go on a solo run. He claimed the 32-year-old would become a huge babyface. While Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa are battling for the leadership of the bloodline, former WWE writer Freddie Prinze Jr. suggested Jacob Fatu could become the next tribal chief. However, the Hollywood star pointed out on his Wrestling with Freddie podcast that Sikoa's personal enforcer would have to be good on the mic. Meanwhile, the 48-year-old wondered if Fatu would eventually become a world champion. Since debuting in the Stanford-based promotion, the former MLW World Heavyweight Champion's performance has caught the eye of many fans and experts, including Hall of Famer Rikishi. It will be interesting to see if Fatu becomes a top WWE superstar in the upcoming months. In professional wrestling, few storylines have captured the imagination of fans as intensely as the saga of the Bloodline. The Samoan Dynasty, featuring Roman Reigns, the Usos, Jimmy and Jey Uso, Solo Sikoa, and their wise man Paul Heyman, has dominated WWE programming for years. As the Bloodline's narrative unfolded, it transformed from a family united under Reigns' tribal chief leadership into a fractured group with deep emotional and personal tensions. Now, the wrestling world finds itself speculating about what could come next. According to wrestling legend Magnum TA, the unthinkable might happen. A bloodline member could turn on all the other family members in a shocking, unexpected swerve. This possibility, once an outrageous idea, now seems more plausible as the tension within the family continues to build. But how could this swerve occur? And what might it mean for WWE's most important storyline? When Roman Reigns returned to WWE in 2020, reinvented as a ruthless, calculating heel, fans immediately noticed a change. No longer was he the polarizing big dog who received mixed reactions from the audience. Instead, Reigns became the tribal chief, demanding loyalty and respect from his family, particularly Jey and Jimmy Uso, who were initially reluctant to acknowledge him as their leader. Over the next few years, the bloodline rose to unparalleled dominance, with Reigns holding the Universal Championship for a historic reign and the Usos securing the tag team titles. They were unstoppable, until cracks started to show. At WrestleMania 39, Cody Rhodes nearly dethroned Roman Reigns, and it became evident that the family wasn't as united as it once appeared. Jey Uso, long seen as the loyal right-hand man to Reigns, began questioning his cousin's leadership, and tensions grew between the brothers themselves. Jimmy Uso's unexpected actions, including attacking his own twin, further complicated the dynamic, leading to a breakdown of trust. Magnum TA, a man well-versed in the art of wrestling psychology, recently weighed in on the situation. In an interview, he hinted at a potential twist that could shake the foundation of WWE's biggest storyline. "I wouldn't be surprised if one of them turns on everybody," he said. "It's the kind of swerve that nobody would see coming, and in wrestling, that's exactly what you want." While fans have grown accustomed to the bloodline's internal conflicts, a betrayal of the entire family would take things to a new level. But who would be capable of such a move? Let's break down the possible scenarios. Jey Uso. The Usos' conflicts with Roman Reigns have centered around Jey's complicated relationship with his cousin. Jey was the first member of the bloodline to show resistance to Reigns' authoritarian leadership back in 2020 during their brutal Hell in a Cell match. Since then, Jey has teetered between loyalty and defiance. His recent rise as a single star, including his foray onto Monday Night Raw, indicates that Jey might be looking for a way to escape the long shadow cast by Roman. If anyone were to deliver the final blow to the bloodline's legacy, Jey is an obvious candidate. But would WWE take such a predictable route? Jimmy Uso. While Jimmy has often been seen as more compliant than his brother, he shocked fans when he attacked Roman Reigns at Night of Champions, setting off a chain of events that led to further dissension. Jimmy has since acted unpredictably, often defying expectations. A complete break from the family, orchestrated by Jimmy, would be shocking. But Jimmy's rebellious nature makes him a strong candidate. If he were to fully betray Jey, Roman, and the rest of the family, it would be a seismic shift in WWE storytelling. Solo Sikoa, the youngest member of the bloodline. Solo has mostly been a silent enforcer, carrying out Roman's orders without question. However, recent developments have shown cracks in his allegiance. Solo's cold, stoic demeanor could hide deeper motivations. Unlike Jey and Jimmy, Solo has yet to fully explore his role in the family's dynamics. A swerve where Solo turns on his brothers, cousins, and even his tribal chief would be an unexpected twist, perhaps one that repositions him as a dominant force in WWE. With his imposing presence and growing in-ring prowess, Solo could easily step into a central role in the company's future. Roman Reigns himself. The notion of Roman Reigns turning on his entire family may seem counterintuitive, given that he has been the central figure of the bloodline since its inception. However, wrestling thrives on shocking moments, and Roman's entire persona is built around maintaining control. What if, in a desperate bid to protect his reign and his legacy, Roman decided that his family had become a liability? If Roman were to betray his own bloodline, it would mark a dramatic shift in his character, from a man who values family above all else to one who values only himself. This could propel Roman into new levels of villainy, possibly positioning him as one of the most despised characters in WWE history. A betrayal within the bloodline would undoubtedly have far-reaching consequences, both for the family and for WWE as a whole. The faction's collapse would send shockwaves through the entire company, potentially setting up new rivalries, alliances, and championship opportunities. For the family itself, such a betrayal would be deeply personal. The Usos, Roman, and Solo all share genuine blood ties, and their on-screen conflicts have often blurred the lines between fiction and reality. A betrayal would not only end the bloodline as we know it, but it could also usher in a more intense, personal feud between the remaining members. Jey Uso has long been positioned as a sympathetic figure, the main event Jey, who earned fan support through his struggles against Roman. If Jey were to be the victim of a family-wide betrayal, it could set him up as a top babyface, someone fans rally behind as he seeks revenge. On the flip side, a betrayer, whether it's Jimmy, Solo, or Roman, would instantly become the most hated figure in WWE. This individual could use the betrayal to launch into a solo run, potentially even challenging for Roman's championship, or setting their sights on new territory in the company.